There's a group of muscles that form kind of the rear of the core, but even more than that. Like when I hear people talk about the core, they keep, really I think they're just referring to the muscles in the front, the rectus abdominis, the transverse abdominis, the internal and external obliques. There's so much more to the core than that. So we've got these spinal erectors, we have quadratus lumborum, we've got all these muscles that we need to train as well as our glutes and our hamstrings. All of these make up something called the posterior chain. Well, the QL is not part of the posterior chain, but still we need to train it. This is a good stability exercise that will train your upper posterior chain especially, but also your lower posterior chain, especially your glutes, okay? So, you're at home, you don't have any exercise equipment, that's okay. You can do this with a case of water, with a box of files or a box of paper. Let me show you what it looks like without, okay? You put your knees about shoulder width apart and you sit up nice and straight, okay? So you don't want to be slouched, you don't want to be overarched, you want to be straight. So my shoulder blades are kind of slightly squeezed together, my head is straight, my core is tight. That means that if someone were to punch me, they'd face resistance from my abs, okay? And all I'm going to do from here is I'm going to fire up with my glutes. I'm going to imagine, this is a cue from Dr. Stuart McGill, that someone has leaned forward and stuck a $100 bill between my butt cheeks, and I'm going to grab it with my butt cheeks, okay? That's the visual. Grab it and snatch it from them, okay? So from here, up, and then down, up, down, up, down. You kind of want to hold your breath. You want to breathe in here, hold your breath as you come up, and breathe out at the top, okay? All right, so that's it without a weight. That may be challenging enough for you, okay? If not, get yourself a box, and as I'm bending over to pick this up, I'm not slouching. I still got a tight core. My shoulder blades are pulled together. I always want to think safety, okay? I'm going to grab it underneath in a Zercher position. This is a Zercher squat, okay? And so from here, I'm just going to do the same thing. Brief hold at the top. Okay, so there it is. Great for your posterior chain, your glutes, your spinal erectors. A Zercher kneeling squat.